Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk 3.0. Tonight, with our guests, we shed the light on some of the most hot topics about blockchain, metaverse, Web3, virtual real estate, and fashion. With us now, our guest, Eda Aguilar, who is the Chief Fashion Officer at Eyes of Fashion NFT and the founder and designer for Eda Paris. Welcome, Eda, and thank you for joining us here today at Let's Talk 3.0.
Thank you for having me. Very exciting.
It is very exciting times indeed, especially when we talk to an artist such as yourself. Eda, in our talk today, we would like to understand how exactly is art and technology related to each other, and why is NFT always perceived as being related to art?
This is very exciting times. Right now I'm in NFT London. So it's been a great week to talk to many artists and founders in the space. And if we go back to digital art, which started around the 1960s, right? 1970s, 1980s, which we go back, this is kind of like the beginning of it all. So we are talking about, 3 to 4 decades of already digital art in existence, right? So it's just an evolution of that information technology that has started 40 years ago, and it still continues. This is kind of like the third wave, let's put it that way. And this is finally the time for creators, artists, designers to actually be able to monetize their artistic projects, to be able to get out there, to expose themselves in a way that has never been done before. So I feel that the technology is just going to expose a new breed of artists that we would have never even known about if this didn't exist. So it's just putting in the map, digital art, design, digital fashion. So you're gonna see all of that, and there's gonna be many branches of it. There's generative art, there's like one-on-one arts. So all of those things will have different niches, different community. I mean, there's space for everybody to just make it out here.
You're an NFT collector and an advisor, right? Do you do it for a hobby, or is it like a purpose of investment for you?
I used to be in finance for 15 years, and then I've been in fashion for the last 10 years almost in Paris. And I do handbags and accessories, and through the awards of Italy and New York, I've been able to get my reputation. I launched my brand, but when I discovered Web3, I stopped production. I said, I have to learn this. I have to invest in it, because this is revolutionizing. This will be the new world. We won't see it like maybe in a few more years. Everybody's not going to be convinced. We sound crazy sometimes, right? But I said, this is special. And now I'm combining the blockchain with fashion. Like, have you noticed my earrings?
Yes, they are, absolutely. And I think you changed. Were they changed during the interview? Because I wasn't noticing actually.
No,
Okay.
they weren't changed.
Okay, all right.
This is called a digital wearable, but we in Web2, we call it a filter, right? So we already know this. We already use them on Instagram and Snapchat, right? So this is also another way that fashion brands are going to get another revenue from digital wearables. And finally, the subject of sustainability will now be something feasible for them, because they're going to realize that they're going to make good money creating digital wearables, because people want to have a digital presence, and they're going to want to change that digital presence more often than they even change their real self. So that is going to impact directly the bottom line of these companies. And then they're going to say, okay, maybe we can do less clothes, real clothes that we're going to dump. So, and we can focus more on digital wearables, because people are actually using them. Like I could be wearing a digital shirt right now too, and I can change it every time I'm in another meeting or in another space.
But this technology, when you say a digital shirt like the digital earrings you're wearing, this technology uses the Web2 mechanism and operational back end yet. But what you're trying to say is this is exactly what you will be seeing when you're in the metaverse, which is a digital wearable, right?
Yeah, it's the entrance. It's a way to tell people that are skeptical, Like you already use it. This is a metaverse. This Zoom call is a metaverse. There are gonna be many different metaverses. You're gonna go to a music event in Decentraland. You're gonna go to some sort of gaming event in other side. There are gonna be very different metaverses where you're going to interact either as yourself or as your own real self or as your avatar. So, and you're gonna want to have digital, you may even want to have different digital presence for all of those different metaverses. That's up to you.
Eda, I think we're very curious to know, like, which one is the most expensive NFT that you own?
Expensive NFT that I have is a metaverse land from the very controversial Yuga Labs. It's another side plot of land, which was very controversial because more than $100,000 were just burned in gas fees that day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a topic which has deeper details to go to in one of our other episodes, which would definitely be a pleasure to host you and discuss about that. I myself don't know much about it, and I would love to know more about specifically how you actually own and create your own NFTs in details. And we can leave it to another topic. But to summarize today, and we would like your opinion to know, in your opinion, what do you see the future of the fashion industry when it comes to Web3 and Metaverse?
The future is definitely the blockchain for the brands and I'm going to say brands and customers. So brands are going to be able to have a different relationship and more intimate relationship with their customer because it's going to be a community, not a customer. You can now interact with your customer in a more intimate way than just the Instagram post. So you have them on a one metaverse, like a Discord, and you can talk to them every day. You can ask them, what do you think we're doing? You can make them part of your creative process. So brands are seeing the value of this. Brands are also going to be able to just say, oh, I'm going to sell the digital first, and then I know what's the demand for the physical. And they're going to be able to manage their production. So that's a lot of savings just there, sustainability.
But if I own something on the digital world, do I really have to own it on a physical world?
You don't, but the customer still wants that. They need a tangible experience.
Do you think that behavior that's going to change with time, or
that may change, but I feel that we still will like we want that physical.
That tangible? Absolutely.
Yeah, it's part of the customer experience, but then they could have the digital twin tied to that, and that digital twin can be sell first. So then they already know how many physicals to make.
And if they sold in the physical world different copies, do I need to sell it also in the virtual world, or it doesn't really relate 100%? It can be either or.
You could do either, yeah. I mean, for example, in Eyes of Fashion, we have just digital for Decentraland. We have physical and digital garments that are created that you can actually create with the art, and you receive the physical and you receive the digital. You have these earrings that are just, digital, and you get the NFT with that too. So there's massive opportunities to just do different campaigns, show up where you think will be beneficial for you. It's important for brands to understand your DNA and to not be here because it's the new hype, to just like understand it and make it your own somehow. Like it needs to make sense for you and your customer, right?
I think, in 10 minutes, it doesn't really give justice to the topic. We definitely would love to be on a call with you again to host you in our studio, Eda, probably in the next couple of weeks. So really, thank you for your time right now. We appreciate all your insights. It's very interesting times ahead, as you said. And thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It has been super fun. I'm very excited to just keep sharing to the world how wonderful this space is.
And we would love to be the voice of that. Thank you so much, Eda.